So this is good from September 1st through August 31st next year. And a lot of it's the same, but there's a lot of new stuff. And this is the September-October catalog, the 2-month catalog that we've had going for quite a while, and there's some really good stuff in there too. So let's go through the core catalog first, and I will try and move this along. I'm not going to show any product. I do have a video on my YouTube of an unboxing of a bunch of new stuff, so you can see that up close. So, okay, we have a little statement from Jeanette, and a little information about the company and the contents. Information about becoming a maker, and that is all the same this year. No changes to that. It's 25% commission that you earn straight away as a maker, but you know, it's goes up from there on if you have a downline or VIPs and all that kind of good stuff. So if you love Close to My Heart, you buy a lot of stuff, it's always an option to become a maker. You do have to have a $300 sales for 3 months, okay, every quarter. VIP, this is where you can earn 15% on your purchases and get a free stamp of the month every month. And it's a really good benefit to do if you don't want to be a maker, but you want to have a discount on what you buy. There's no minimums. You don't ever have to buy anything. But if you do, you get a discount for your next order. This is a Scrapbooking Starter Kit. It is a introduction to our subscription program. You get this, some of the layouts and an album, one of our journaling pens, and the adhesive runner. And then a card making starter kit. You get one of the subscription card kits that I think is from 2019, and you get everything that's included with that. It's got a little mini ink pad, a stamp set, a block, and then you get a tape runner and the chamois with this starter kit. You don't get that with the monthly subscription. This is just with the starter kit, so it can introduce you to making cards. And I'm going to have this at my open house, so that will be one of the make and takes to make one of these cards. So I hope I see some people there this weekend, Friday from 11 to 7 at Levant in Falconer, New York. Let me know if you have any questions about that. So this is a Scrapbooking Craft with a Heart subscription. The most economical is 12 months. It's like $150, I don't know. But you get September, October, November, December. You get all these 8 layouts. It's a 4-month package that you get every 4 months. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, it's a good program. And this year, we're starting tomorrow, you're going to get a stamp set to go along with any subscription you get that is 12 months. If you get a yearly subscription, you get a free stamp set in addition to all these great layouts, and they just keep getting better. And then this is the introduction to the card making, and you can see in that other page all the cards, and this is another selection of the cards. You make 24 cards every month, or is it every every 4 months? Yeah. I don't know. I have a flyer that I'll have at the open house that puts it out in detail. I don't get the card making subscription. I do get the scrapbooking. I did already subscribe to this starting tomorrow. I could pre-subscribe because I want the stamp set. Alright, so we have the Love of Color books that show you how to coordinate colors. I imagine there'll be a new one coming out now with the new colors that they have coming out. It's a great resource to help you put colors together to match. And then they have sketches and the Make It From Your Heart books. These are another great resource that show how colors go together, as well as sizes of papers. And you know, if you need an idea of how to do inspiration, these are the thing to do. Brush Lettering and Penmanship by Melissa Esplin. Great to help with lettering and getting your handwriting down in your scrapbooks. or even putting it on your envelopes. You know, I did both of my daughters' wedding invitations, and I did the envelopes, and people loved them, and I was proud because I wrote nice, which I had to practice, but yeah, I did. They look good. And then the Storyteller program by Stacy Julian, that's always a good one too. She has a lot of really neat ideas on how to tell your story, which is really what scrapbooks. My idea of scrapbooks is putting all the stuff I collect, memorabilia and everything together in one area and go through and remember. I really don't keep track of the story, and I need to, so this is something that I'm going to start looking into myself. Okay, as you grow, this is our new collection. It is a baby collection, but not a baby collection. As you can see from the papers, it doesn't have to be a baby. The sticker sheet really is got some baby things, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, these are the papers, and I hope there's not too much of a glare, but the colors are really, really pretty. They're soft, but they're not like baby pink and baby blue for boy or girl. They are really good for any kind of situation. They have some really great plaids and gingham and stars, and then you've got a really nice floral. There's mushrooms and butterflies and, you know, foxes and turtles, and this is one, if you saw my post on Facebook about what does that have in common, this is the As You Grow collection. And they also have the Picture My Life cards, and these are great for cards and your scrapbooks, as well as Picture My Life. Next collection is Smarty Pants, and this is your school-based collection. Of course, there are other uses for it, as you can see. So it can be used for a lot of different things. There's some really nice grid papers, and this paper is a rainbow stripe, but it could be like a writing paper. And then there is a really hero sheet, which is the school theme. And then the sneakers, which are all the rage now, so that could be anything. I love the composition book. This could be used for anything. I mean, so it's not just school, of course. So, and then the cork board, and this is paper airplanes, alphabets. So it's a really useful collection for school, which, you know, I got a lot of school pictures to do still. My kids have been out of school for 10 years, right? So anyway, paper collection for the cardstock colors are really, really pretty. All right, and now we have Love Story, and this is your wedding themed, but doesn't have to be wedding themed. You can do it for a lot of different things. All right, so this is geared toward Love Story. It's very soft and beautiful. There's in a lot of colors, as you can see. There's a paper pack that's black, a paper pack that's toffee, and a paper pack that is mink for your silver, gold, and black. So it's really pretty, even though they aren't silver and gold. They are that tone. And then the sticker sheet has your foiling on it that makes it the gold and the silver. So it's just gorgeous. And all of these products you will be able to see at my open house. So if you want to see them up close and personal, come down and see me. But the papers are really cool. They're all different too, even though, you know, it's the same collection. It's different colors and different papers. But they're not real busy papers. They're very soft so that they can really let your photos shine. And here's the toffee one. And toffee is one of my favorite colors. I love the floral they've got. And here's the sticker sheet. And you'll see a lot of it has some of the rose gold tones that we had recently with the You Are Enough collection. It's just gorgeous. And then there are two selections of the Picture My Life cards, one with gold and one with silver. And if you ever have a big order, and I have had several people, and you know who you are, who have had enough for a party type to get a half price item. You know, this is like you can get all of them, and they have it as a bundle is what they call it, and you can get that at half price. So they try to do that to help us out and to give customers you know, bonus for big orders. Thank you. Close to my heart, right? Okay, wood grain. We have, thank goodness they kept the wood grain in here. I would miss our wood grain if they didn't have another one. They did trim down the package. It's not as many papers. You're only going to get the 6 papers, 2 of each one. But if it's not enough, you don't just order 2, right? So it's a lower price point so that you could get them. And if you don't use it a lot, you don't have to. But if you do, then you just get more. And this has been on Close to My Heart's consultant or maker website. This layout, everybody's making it. It's really, really, really pretty. And I used this for my idea of a Christmas tree recently with the Winter Pines layout that I did. To make the tree, I used triangles like that. It was kind of funny to see it come out like that. So it's a really popular layout. And then we have texture paper, which has your brick and your weaving, burlap, your jean fabric. So it's really, really nice that they came out with these base pieces that we can use for our layouts or cards. And then you have Noteworthy, and this has one side is a clean side, like this note paper, and the other side is a muted with aged tones to it, so it looks clean and then yellowed. Okay, and it has the music clean, and then a ledger that is muted. And the same with these. Okay. And then they have a whole section of rose gold paper. These are gorgeous. I've seen some ladies coloring these with the tri-blend markers. Absolutely beautiful. And this with the Distress Oxide inks. Color through, but the foil shows through. It's so, so pretty. Okay, now we're getting into our stamp sets. This is a new one. This is the In a Book stamp and thin cut, so it's really good for people who read. Yes, I have tons of books. This would be really good for me. So in the future, there's just so much in this catalog. I love this layout idea with the books on the top too. And then they give you a bunch of little ideas here for embellishment clusters. I love this one here. And then they have some Love You Most, which is about family. And this one is good for home type idea. I love the little notebook paper. I get these all the time. I need to use them more in my scrapbooks. And a beautiful floral. That floral is really good for making your own paper, right? You can just stamp it in whatever color and make your own paper. This is a wedding base stamp set, so hooray for you. You got engaged kind of thing. And then this one is a Sympathy Stamp Set, which is really, really pretty too. Hopefully we don't have to use it very much. And this is cool. They've got a little wood plank here. Very nice. That can be used for so many different things. But they did it for as a card. But, you know, you can use it on a scrapbook page easily. And nice big sentiments to go with it. And this is so cute. So look at that, gnomes. There are more gnomes. Yes, I know. They are so cute. Look at this girl flying away with the balloons. This is going to be one of the make and takes at the open house to use these. So I hope you can come and see them. And then they have these borders, which are birthday borders. It doesn't have to be birthday, but I love this scale up here. It's so cute. And you know me, I love to do borders around my pages. So, and they give you really good ideas too. It's so cute how they use these. Alright. And then they have all these that, you know, can layer a cake, make it as big as you want. Look behind here. These are some new thin cuts back here, the hearts and the dots. And then they have macarons. We had a big discussion on macaroons and macarons, and yeah, they're really cute. I don't think I've ever had one. Okay, and then we have the new buddies. And these are the little boys that go with the little girls that they recently came out with. So you have several to go from, to select from, with all their little icons to go with them. And the girls are still here. These were in a mini catalog, so they brought them to the main catalog because they were very popular. And, you know, they have all different icons as well. Okay, this one is geared towards the Smarty Pants with the school, with the Converse sneaker and several of the icons for that. I'll always pencil you in. It's so cute. And this one, isn't that cool, with the like journaling cards for libraries and stuff. So I'm a big one on the calendar pages, so this is something I will use. I've been looking for something like this for a long time. And then a little pocket. So the thin cut cuts that pocket out for you. And then a new sentiment stamp set. It's got a lot of different sentiments. You know, we have redone this over and over again, but this has different fonts. So, you know, I don't know if any of the sayings are unique, but, you know, the different fonts. So they just up it to match what fonts are popular now. Like this tall one is really popular. Alright, and then of course we have the swashes and splatters and paint strokes and a bunch of border ones, and then crosshatch and dashes and all that good stuff. Alright, now they have stitching ones. This is Embroidered Borders, so that's a good one for me. And then they have Embroidered Circles, and we now have a thin cut that is several circle sizes, so these coordinate with those, but of course you don't have to have those. You can use these any way you want to. And this is a whole card front. It's really pretty, as you can see from the samples that they have. If you like that lacy, embroidered, stitched look, it's really, really pretty. It looks really great embossed too. And this is a new thing they came out with that you know, it's close to my heart. It's sold all over the world: Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and then the U.S. So they did these stamps with all of the different areas to coordinate where everybody is. And it's really neat how they did it like this, because you can, it's huge stamp. This is, you know, it's in 2 sections. It's so big. So you can color in the areas as you go to them, or, you know, just color one for where you live, or, you know, there's a lot of different ideas that have been floating around and how people have done it. So that's popular. And all new fonts for our alphabets. Really, really cool. Love this tall one, right? Who is it that does that tall one? There's a Ray Dunn, is that what it is? So yeah, you have the innie and the outie, and then they have several icons that go with it. So you can use just the outside, you can use just the inside, or you can put them together in different colors. And that's the same with the stitched one too. It's a dual purpose one with the innie and the outie. Alright, then they go through the Melissa Esplin and the Storyteller by Stacy Julian. And then here's the new thin cuts. Cakes, backpacks. These are huge, and they aren't, let's see, they make a card. You can see how they flip up a little bit. The little purse, the backpack, the cupcake. They're really cute. So they're really cute too. Really good for gift cards or something like that. Alright, and then we have our waterfall card that we had last year, and then the spinner card that's here. That's really cool too. This one's really cool. It makes a little tag with a pocket, and I've seen some of the demonstrators have made this into a box and use this as a side of a box, which is a really cool idea. And you also get a window one, and then there's a hole cutout. So there's a bunch of different things you can do with this thin cut selection. And then here we have a tab thin cut selection. It has all these little tabs to put on your pieces wherever you want to do it. To organize, to, you know, date your pages, whatever have you. A whole bunch of different ones that are, the thin cuts will score it for you so that it's easy to fold and so on. Alright, beautiful new flower set. So these are new thin cuts here. And of course we have the bow back. They got rid of the big one though, it's just the small one now. And then the slimline cards, again, here are those thin cuts, the dots and the hearts, and then there are 3 other ones. This is a whole slimline card that trims out the middle that you can still use. It puts a decorative border around that. And then they have the foam to go in it that is sized that big. It's more expensive, of course, because you get the inside to use on whatever you want, but just the outside for the shaker part to make it a shaker. And of course, this could be a shaker, this could be a shaker, so it's really useful. Really, really pretty. I love the new ideas they're coming out with. Alright, and these are some more card front type thin cuts, and they cut out the middle, and then there will be foam and acetate to use those as shakers as well. I'm going to give you the sample here. And the stars and the circles we have back, thank goodness, because everybody uses them, and the hearts, the squares, and the rectangles again. Okay, new alphabet thin cuts with this tall, skinny alphabet. Love this one. This wasn't one that we had last year, so it's staying here. It's really useful to make your titles or whatever you want to use it for. And then this one is, I like the tall, skinny alphabets. Alright, and then they have some sentiment thin cuts. This is a returning bracket one. They got rid of some of the other ones, so they won't be moving on. It'll just be these two. And we have one embossing folder, and that's this floral, botanical floral one here. It's really pretty, and you can show it's really raised so that you can color it and cut it out. Lots of great ideas. Glitter paper, one of my most favorite things. The papaya, mulberry, these are the new colors. Capri, wild berry, harbor, and mocha. Really, really pretty. And then these papers are returning of our holographic paper, in the pearlescent type of shiny paper with the gold foil and the silver foil as well. My mouth is getting dry. I'm not used to talking this much. Alright, this is all the same stuff. Calendars and shimmer trim. Yay! They're bringing back some more variety to our shimmer trim. I'm so glad because I love the stuff. So yeah, we're going to have candy apple, papaya, wild berry, capri, clover, and rose gold now, in addition to the ones that we had before. And then we also have wild berry sequins. Really, really, really pretty. Pretty, pretty pink. It's almost the color of the ATG gun, right? That's what I thought of when I saw it. Okay, so our little embellishments. We are now going to have gems. These are little tiny itty bitty gems, really good for shakers, or if you put a little glue dot on them, you can adhere them to your page. They're good with use that glue, let it dry, or your liquid glass to adhere it. They're really tiny itty bitty in colors. They're really, really pretty. Then we're going to have these little plasticky hearts that we had with our Valentine's collection last year, and then we're going to have these dots, and these are really cool. They're not shiny, they're a matte finish that have like that enameled gem type of look. When you add liquid glass to them, then they're shiny. And then they have sprinkles, non-edible sprinkles for shakers or whatever you want to use them for. Our beads are back. We have the wild berry flowers, enamel dots, and the glitter gems, in addition to these that we've already had. Our alphabets, acrylic alphabets. These are all the selection of everything we have, black, white, and wood. And the acrylic is thin now. They've made it real thin, so it's not so bulky in your layouts, which is great. They're just great. So you're going to get a whole alphabet. You can get a whole selection of hearts, a whole selection of stars, arrows, buttons, flowers. Hello, dogs. Okay. So yeah, you can get them in white, which you can color with your tri-blend markers, or black, or the wood, which of course you can color as well. And those come in bundles too, so you can get a bundle of all the alphabets for $59, and then if you qualify for a half price item, then it'd be $30. So it's a good deal. All right, this is all the same. Your watercolor pencils, watercolor paints, embossing. Tri-blend markers are back. Yes, I hope they never take those away. We also have these metallic markers that I have. I don't use them a lot. They're really good on black paper. So if you like using black paper, they're really good on black. They're really pretty. I just don't pull them out. I need to. Okay, we finally are getting some colored pens. These are the Le Pen brand, and they are really nice. They're thin. Let's see, what are they? A .03, which is what I use, or .3. And then we also have white gel pens. Yay! Love the white gel pens. And these have been tested. They are the Sakura brand. So, you know, you can get 3 of them for $9. So $3 a piece, which is very reasonable compared to what you buy them elsewhere. And then the shimmer brushes, and they have extended the line of shimmer brushes to include all the new colors. And they have them in bundles. So you can get like 1 row of shimmer brushes for, what are they? 10 of them for $55, so it'd be $5.50 a piece. If you get it for a half price item, it would then be, what, $27.50, right? So $2.75 for a shimmer brush. That's really reasonable. So these are all the selection we have. It's like incredible. I love shimmer brushes. I know a lot of you do too. Stickles. I don't think those have changed at all. The liquid pearls have not changed, but we do now have bundles, so you can get a whole bundle of the colors. The liquid pearl bundles, you get ones, you get 16 through 20, and then they're numbered, so you can get those or those. And then I think the shimmer brushes are bundled too. Yep, right here, glitter glue bundles. Okay. And then we have our Stickles gels. And the Distress Oxide is back. Yay. And our Acrylic Spray is back. We have 2 new ones. It is a white and a gold. Gorgeous. They're shiny, like, you know, that gold splatter or white splatter. Really cool. I like them because I use white splatter. I will use ink or paint or gesso, but it's not shiny. This is shiny, so that's good. Oh, the Distress Oxide, we have 2 new colors. We have Mermaid Lagoon and Vintage Photo, and they got rid of Black Soot and I can't remember. It was a real light tan color. Antique Linen, maybe. Antique Photo. No, it wasn't Antique Photo. Antique Linen, maybe. So they're gone. New stencils. Love the stencils. And they now have card front sizes and scrapbook sizes. And these can be in bundles as well. So you can get the bundle of all of them. Or you can just get the 3 in a pack. Okay. Alright. Our blocks. We're going to get the 1 by 1.5 block back and the 4-inch block back. So that's really good. I don't know if the 4-inch one has been around before, but I know the 1 by 1.5 has been, but not since I've been selling. So I was really glad to see those come back because I really like that size. Okay, next, don't think there's anything new on here. A couple of price increases. So if you haven't gotten like the scissors or the Versamat, you might want to go on and get them now before they're gone, because tomorrow they're going to be going up in price. This is going to be something great. Magnetic cutting mat and our machine. Our machine is now available to anybody to buy from us. It can't. The only thing is they say you can't use it as like a half price item because of the shipping. You know, it's a heavier item and everything, but it's a great machine. I love it because it's adjustable for everything right on the machine. You don't have to worry about what sandwiches to make. And this magnetic cutting mat, you cut right into it. Your thin cuts stick to it. You cut into it. When it's used up, you throw it away and get a new one. And they're $15, which is like, you know, what your regular cutting plates are. And it's the long one, so it's really, really cool. And then we have our craft sheet, which is so wonderful. We also have a sticky tool that they came out with. I haven't gotten one, but you sharpen it, and it has sticky stuff in there to pick up your sequins or your little gems or what have you, your little pieces of thin cuts, whatever, paper. Picks it up with that, and then you put it onto your page without, you know, so with someone like me with my fingers, I use my tweezers all the time, but this is going to be really nice to have to pick up those little pieces. And there's also a new tool. It is paper crafting tool is what they call it. It has thin edges. Let's see, everything else is basically the same. Okay, new adhesives. Tombo's coming out with a new adhesive called the Air Touch with refills. That's all that's new on there. Oh, we're getting the red line tape back. This is good for those little books, mini books you might make. Something that you need really secure adhesive to, and you don't want to use a liquid. This stuff is really good. I'm sure most everybody's used it before. So that's coming back. And then we're going to have 12 by 12 adhesive sheets. Oh my gosh, this is, I haven't seen 12 by 12 anywhere before. I've seen, you know, the rolls. And you get 5 for $12. So it's about $2.25 a piece. But you don't use it. Well, you could use the whole thing, but normally you don't use the whole thing. But it's nice because you can use what you want, right? It's great to have it all in one size. All right, and oh, the Quickie Glue Pen. This is like great. This is great for all those really thin letters or thin cuts, really skinny things. You just put the glue on it with this. It's like a pen. It's a ballpoint pen with glue, and it's so nice. I'm so glad they finally got that in. All right, our organizational system is back, the same as it was. These are all the same. The craft jars and storage units, we are going to have these. They are the storage envelopes for the 6x8 size. Really good for storing your thin cuts. Okay. All right. And we have some digital art. These are SVGs, and you may have heard me say that before. So you will download it to your computer and then go to Cricut or whatever cutting system you have and upload it, and then it's in your computer for you to use. They have months of the year. With like January, we'll have snowflakes and everything else that's involved in all this. And this, I think they sell all of those for $16 as the bundle. Otherwise, it's $1 a piece. And these two, and these are this size. Of course, you could make your artwork any size you want, right? So you can make it on a scrapbook page for t-shirts, what have you, these cut files. I really like how they did that. And then they did the letters for the words for family and celebrate. Oh, yeah. All right. Albums. These are the same. Not much has changed there. These little label holders, I don't know if anybody's really shown these. I know this is new to me. I saw them and I said I'm going to try them. They're really nice. I'm going to have some of these at my open house so you can see what they look like, along with some of the albums, which are, I love our albums. So if you want to see what our albums look like, let me know and you can take a look at them. We have postbound and the 3-ring. I like the 3-ring because I can take in and out, in and out, in and out so easy. Where postbound is really where I move everything to postbound after I have it all organized for like that event or that year or what have you. All right, these are our everyday life albums. These have a soft cover, and you can put vinyl on these or these to add to it. They put one of those little label holders on it. But they have the, let's see, 6x6, 6x8, 8.5 by 11, and the 12 by 12. The 12 by 12 are not as thick as the other ones because they're not as sturdy as the other ones. They're really good. They call them everyday life albums, and that's exactly what they are. They're, don't put as much in them because they won't hold up as well, but they're really good for smaller events or not as many pages, of course. And then the Story by Stacy albums, you can get the 6x6 or the 4x4. They're really cute. Alright, and then our page protectors with the Picture My Life selection, and they still have those strap page protectors. I don't know, I think they're from when Creative Memories stopped selling them. They had them as a selection, and they're so heavy duty, people keep buying them for their albums. So, you know, if you have any Creative Memory that you need page protectors for, there they are. Alright, and then of course they have the 6x8 designs as well. Alright, then some more of the smaller ones, and the flip flaps. Love the idea of the flip flaps. If you don't know what flip flaps are, let me know. They're going to be at the open house as well. Live in Color. This is where all of our color is shown, and Wild Berry is our color of the year. And like I said, it's like the color of the ATG gun. And it's a really vibrant pink. Very happy pink. Alright, and then our colors, of course. Again, Papaya, Mulberry, which is like the Sugar Plum. It's just a little bit deeper color than the Sugar Plum it was. The Capri, a really, really pretty aqua. And Harbor, which is a blue-green, very, very dark blue-green, which is Peacock is gone, so now we have Harbor, and it's even darker and more like a gray tone. Rosemary is, it's this grayish green color. It goes really well with the Harbor and the Sage. Mocha is the brown, which thankfully they have come back with. And Shortbread takes the place of Almond and Canary. Canary is gone, so it's a really nice yellowy tan type of color. Very muted colors, new colors that they have, which is fine. It's a really good selection, except for Capri and Wildberry, which are very vibrant. Alright, and one other thing, that we now have black, solid black, for like Cricut cuts that you don't want that white showing. However, it is more expensive. They had to find a maker that, or a company that would make it to their specifications. So I have some. I haven't used it in my Cricut yet. I'm going to give it a try and see how it does. But I have heard good reviews on it. So let's hope it holds up to that. Alright, there's that.